That's with all of the difficulties and all of the fake investigations and the Adam Shifty Schiffs. Can you believe this guy? He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen. And the biggest head. We call him watermelon head. I'd say, how could that big fat face stand on a neck that looked like this finger? How can it? It was the weirdest thing. It's a mystery. Nobody can understand it.
I'm sorry. I had to stop it real quick because look at his neck. It really is thin.
It is.
That's with all of the difficulties and all of the fake investigations and the Adam Shifty Schiffs. Can you believe this guy? He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen. And the biggest head. We call him watermelon head. I'd say, how could that big fat face stand on a neck that looked like this finger? How can it? It was the weirdest thing. It's a mystery. Nobody can understand it. But he's one of the most dishonest human beings I've ever seen. And you know how we can allow people like that to run in office is a shame, but we did. He was in charge of the witch hunt. You know, he was in charge of the fake witch hunt with Russia. It was a made-up story. Made up. Think of it. They make up a story. They know it's made up. It's gone on for a year and a half, 2 years. Russia. I knew nothing about it. The only thing I knew was that I taxed the pipeline that I told you about, that I put all sorts of sanctions and everything else. They never had a problem like they had with me. But it was Russia, constant, as a method of, what they did is that was the complaint about why she lost an election, because crooked Hillary was expected to win the election. But they didn't see what we saw. We saw the biggest crowds in history gathering, only superseded by the crowds we just had. But here's a guy that goes out and he goes to an intelligence hearing or whatever you might call it, and it's supposed to be secret. He'd walk out. He'd either make a call off the record, this is crooked Adam Shifty Schiff. He's a shifty Adam. Or he'd just go out blatantly and have a news conference. And because it had to do with me and my family, he'd go out and have a news conference. And he said, now you've got to remember, he knows it's a hoax because he made it up with crooked Hillary. So he knows it's a hoax because we're dealing with human beings on the other side. He'd say, Donald Trump Jr., the son of the President of the United States, will spend many years in prison because of what he's done with Russia. Now, think of that statement on a human basis. I have a son, a young son, who is being told that he's going for prison on something he doesn't even know what they're talking about. He said, Dad, I don't know what's going on. They keep talking about I'm involved with Russia. I don't know anything about Russia, I swear to you, Dad. And yet, Adam Schiff goes out and makes a statement about a hoax that he made up, that he knows is false. How bad a human being do you have to be? They put my son and my family through that kind of trauma. These are bad people. These are sick degenerates. And
it was going on, y'all. Welcome back. Y'all are here with Van and Mika on Point Joint. How y'all doing? Hey, please do me a favor and hit the like button. All right, so Trump is absolutely hilarious. What do you think about how he went in on Adam Schiff?
Oh, no, he's absolutely 100% correct. And even, what he's talking about with, the whole, they were going after the son. It's crazy because they said the same thing, right? That just happened to be Hunter Biden. So Hunter Biden gets charged and gets the whole pardon. And they were saying that about the Trump kids. So that's how the Democrats are. Anytime they say anything, they're projecting.
They're always projecting, of course. I mean, it's how can they compare any of Trump's kids to Hunter at all? There's not one you can compare to Hunter. What about what he said about Adam Schiff leading the J6 committee, and he should be arrested, but because he's, if I'm not mistaken, he has a preemptive pardon as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All of them. pretty much everybody up there, the whole J6 committee and all the, other people around the COVID stuff. All of them have pardons. I wonder
All
why.
right, so the only thing he could do is talk about his neck. He can't arrest him.
No. And you know what? And I love it. Like, I love it. Like, you could talk about the serious factors, but you can always throw some digs in there. Because they have no problem with calling him the Cheeto man. He takes it.
Oh yeah,
They talk
most
about
certainly do.
his hands. They like his hands are smaller than the rest of his body. He takes it. He doesn't get mad. But as soon as he says something, oh, he's a womanizer, he's a bigot, it's just like, oh my God.
We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Well, I just now came across this other video on Adam Schiff, and it's saying that they believe that this brother should be arrested. I mean, and I keep on hearing that, but I keep on saying I'm a novice when it comes to politics. Some things, if it doesn't really intrigue me or it doesn't have to do with national security or the economy specifically, or, something that directly hits me, I really don't tune into it. And I should, so that I'm abreast on all of the important everything, but I'm just not. I just don't pay attention to some things, man. So when it comes to Adam Schiff, that's the only reason why I'm asking you when it comes to this J6 committee, and they're saying that he should be arrested, but now they have something else on him. Let me show you this right here. You can sound off after. And guys, please hit that like button. That would be greatly appreciated.
Extraordinary step of convening this unprecedented hearing. We brought together both chambers of Congress, the Senate and the House, to conduct real oversight and to serve as a check and balance, to hold those who misuse power to account and to carry out our constitutional duty. Convening this hearing was not our first choice. We have tried to get our Republican colleagues to hold hearings, to do meaningful oversight, to assert Congress's authority as an independent branch of government. But to our great disappointment, our Republican colleagues have abdicated that important responsibility. They have stood by as the president has run roughshod over the legislative branch and turned Congress into little more than a rubber stamp. So today we'll hold the first of what we hope will be more bicameral oversight hearings. We will do the investigative work that our colleagues across the aisle refuse to do. We will expose the illegality, abuse, and corruption of this administration and within the Department of Justice. We will have brave witnesses speak to what's actually happening behind closed doors, how the Trump administration continues to try to intimidate them from speaking out, and why it matters to Americans across the country. The Trump administration is following a well-worn playbook. History serves as a guide and as a warning. In the 1930s, a Jewish lawyer in Berlin tracked in meticulous detail how Germany gradually became what he called a dual.
I'm sorry, I had to stop it real quick because look at his neck. It really is thin.
It is.
A Jewish lawyer in Berlin tracked in meticulous detail how Germany gradually became what he called a dual state. First, to keep the country running, the ordinary legal system remained in place for most people. And yet, step by step, a parallel system of governance and law emerged, what one scholar called a lawless zone. A parallel system carry out the will of the leader and to go after his enemies, real or perceived, to punish, to reward, to co-opt, to intimidate, silence, or take over institutions that make a society free and vibrant, the courts, the lawyers, the universities, the press, even businesses. And over time,
let me tell you something. Hold on one second. I know that he was cooking. I know Adam Schiff was cooking. So that was Adam Schiff, and they're talking about he's forming a shadow government against President Trump.
He's
and
forming one.
Huh?
He's forming one. There's
Yeah.
always been a shadow government. But
Are
see,
we
you
supposed to
you
talk about that though?
have you noticed that they always do that? Everything that the conservatives used to say, now the left is saying. We used to be
Why?
conspiracy theorists. Now they talking about shadow governments and
Do you like Adam Schiff?
no. I don't I don't really know a Democrat I like. I had to think
You
about
don't
it.
know one? What about AOC? If looks can kill, ladies and gentlemen. If you could, you're gonna see this is something that you're gonna watch this back and you're gonna say, I think I looked at him a little too mean, and I might want to apologize.
I'm already on an apology tour.
You're on the apology tour.